Good morning, everyone. This is my comedy channel, and I think it's quite fitting for you to hear about my latest dream because I think it certainly qualifies as comedy. So I looked at howstuffworks.com, and they say that dreams have been said to be fragments of images and memory, quote unquote nonsense. But there's people who think of it as symbolic messages and omens and all this kind of stuff, and they go through different categories, and we'll go over that a little bit. But so my dream. Well, as you know, dreams can be, like I just mentioned from howstuffworks.com, it can be very fragmented. So, of course, some of this, well, all of this is not going to make any sense. Oh boy, yeah. So, first thing I remember is I was in some kind of weird building. Part of the building, at least, was a school. And it was like one of those old horror movies from the 90s. I think there's one called The Cube or something. Like the rooms were closing and opening. It's like the door would open and I would run into a room, a classroom with a bunch of kids, and then the door would shut. And then I'm like flirting with the teacher, but it was kind of weird. It was like sometimes it looks like she's into it, and other times she's kind of ignoring me or something, and then other times she's completely not there, and I just end up like in one of the cycles where the door opens and closes. I go in and I'm there with the kids, and it's just me and the kids, and it's kind of weird. I don't remember much of the interaction with them. I do remember some of them kind of noticed me, but beyond that, kind of fuzzy. It was just like the classroom was going on and stuff, and I'm just kind of there because I want to flirt with the teacher. But I guess I mean it's kind of late night showtime kind of seriously going on. Nothing happened, by the way, for you dirty minds. It was just that. I mean, come on, we're kids. So, um, and then at some point in time, I went to like, oh yeah, it's coming to me now. I went to some there was like a cafeteria there. I guess that's going along with the school theme again. Um, and I remember going in there, and the food was horrible. And I don't mean I know people say, "Oh, lunchroom food is horrible," and whatever, whatever. And I guess some of it can be, but I'm kind of the more open-minded type with what I eat and stuff. I eat a lot of stuff. Surprisingly, I'm a skinny guy, right? But anyway, so I'm just letting you know that I'm not the one who automatically, oh, lunchroom food is horrible. But this was bad. This was really bad. I mean, it was. What was bad about it? I remember mostly the impression that the food was bad. But what kind of food was it? Oh, there were oranges. The oranges were bad, man. It was a box of oranges, and they were all like misshapen and discolored. And is that a word, discolored? Whatever. They looked bad, man. I didn't want to touch it. And then there was oh, I love it. Now that I'm trying to remember this, it's coming back to me because I'd previously forgotten this. Previously forgotten. This dream is only like a few hours old. But anyway, there was a box of spaghetti, and it was just kind of out by itself. It wasn't kind of like protected back by the rest of the food behind some kind of thing or whatever. It was just kind of on a table, like really exposed. I remember one guy looking, he was like, "Ew, this looks gross," and he kind of put his hands in the spaghetti. Like there was some spaghetti deeper down in the box, and then there was some kind of spaghetti that was kind of like it was just all over the place. It was kind of hanging outside of the box a little bit, and he just kind of grabbed it a little bit like how you might stroke a woman with long hair, like stroke her hair, or whatever. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like okay, so now random guy's putting his hand in the spaghetti. I mean, clearly it's as gross as it looks. Who else has touched it? I'm just like, yeah, there's not even anything that I could eat here. I don't remember what else. Oh shoot! And later on, at some point in time, I made a comment about it. Oh, I remember where this was. I think this was kind of a projection, not before, but now at some point in time after. I think this was my elementary school where I was in first grade. I remember I was walking or something like that. I don't know. Again, it's very fuzzy. It's all over the place. I'm walking by outside and I make some kind of derogatory comment about and somehow this area is connected to the cafeteria, by the way. Somehow it's like I'm in the cafeteria and I'm outside at the same time. It's weird. And then I make a comment about the food. I'm like, man, that food was horrible. And I look back and I notice, or somehow I realize that one of the people that I just said that to, must be the cook. It looks like it's the staff from the kitchen, and it's just kind of like, whoa. I was like, oh shoot! I put my foot in my mouth. I just said I just told this guy how horrible his food is. Anyway, so yeah. And then I think somehow from this theme of the different rooms with the doors opening and closing and I don't know what that was about. There was more going on there. I just don't remember. I don't remember what, like, there was something that was happening with the doors. I don't remember, but somehow that theme got translated to this this alternate horror movie. This is really like late night TV, like bad TV, because now it's like you switch the channel to a completely different movie. You're just bored. You're watching anything, bunch of stupid movies. So we're on top of this. We're on top of this really, really. Where later on I find out it's like a road, like a bridge, that's being suspended by some kind of a crane, and it's way high up. It's super, super high up. I mean, let me guess. If it was like a building, it would have been. How high did that thing look? It looked like I don't know, 40th floor. But I think higher than 40th floor. It might be like 80 floors high over the ocean somehow. But then there were like buildings not too far away from it. So I don't know. It's like a city island, like Manhattan or something like that. I don't know, but it's super, super high. And don't ask me how the hell we got up there. But at some point in time, we're up on this thing, and you can see the different sections of this bridge. I guess it's a bridge, really. It's a bridge being suspended by some crane. I don't know, whatever. Uh, you can blame my brain for this nonsense. But anyway, so we're up there, and somehow there's some kind of a wave that's being created by some jerk off. Like there's a bad guy, and somehow he's sending this wave of, I can't describe it more than a wave. It's not something I see in my mind right now, but some kind of wave where he does it, and then the bridge starts to shake, and we're like, oh no, we're gonna die. So yeah, it's really, really weird. And then I don't know. So we're on this bridge, and I think the way it works is whatever he's doing to create this quote unquote wave, it kind of mainly ripples one section of the bridge, and then the vibration from that kind of transfers to the other sections, but not as much. It kind of fades. So by the time it gets to where we're standing, and I don't know who these random people on this bridge that's dangling any stories in the sky. I don't know who these people are, but whatever. There's some people up there with me. We're like, oh no! And every time he does another section that's closer to us, the vibrations get more intense. Now, in this brain movie, I'm like some kind of superhero. So yeah, that's me pretty much. Minus the drunk part, just a little bit maybe. I don't know, drunk on my ego or whatever. I don't know. I just thought I was the man. And so at some point in time, I get this genius idea because I'm a superhero, right? I'm gonna jump off this bridge 80 stories high. Now, in real life you would die, but I'm a superhero, so I do this super dive. I jump, and I'm, straight like a something that's straight. And then I'm just whoosh into the water, leaving the people up there. I don't know what kind of superhero abandons people. I mean, that sounds like a punk move that I escape from this impending doom. That's basically what I did. I'm not rescuing anybody. I'm just escaping so I don't get killed on this bridge. And then I think I kind of forget about the bridge. We kind of move on. And so I'm navigating through the city, and then it gets fuzzy again. The next thing I remember is I was at home, and I'm sleeping. And then the house starts to vibrate. So I'm just like, what the hell's going on? Like, what's this vibration? It's not that serious, but it's vibrating. It's vibrating. It starts to vibrate more and more. And I'm just like, what's going on? Why is the house vibrating? And then I think I get up and walk around, and the house is kind of I don't know, it's like coming out of the ground. It's like side to side, rocking back side to side and side. As a Will Smith's daughter. I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my house back and forth. I don't know. Yeah, really weird. What would cause a house to do that? What would cause a house to do that? Indeed. Next thing you know, a bunch of random people run into the house, And apparently my house has a cabin like a cabin like from a truck. Apparently, I didn't really see anything like truck like, but again, it's things are fuzzy, right? It's fragments in your mind. All I remember is that I got the sensation that people ran into a cabin. Again, not a specific like I saw steering wheel or seats. I just know they ran to the front of the house, and I had a sensation of cabin, a sensation of cabin as opposed to the image of a cabin. It's really I don't know if it's confusing to you guys, but but that's the way it was. I just had a sensation, So I just knew like they were in a cabin without seeing anything visual. Anyway, so they get in and they proceed to start driving my house. I must live I must live in a what do you call it, a motorhome. That's what it sounds like. It's a motorhome. Um, yeah. So some random guys drive off in my house, and I think at this point in time, I woke up. I think. Was there anything else that happened while the house was being driven? House is being driven. I don't remember anything other than I got up and I walked up. And I was like, "What the hell is going on in here? Who just driving my house? You get the hell out of my house! You parked this house where you found it. I don't know, man. Yeah. So that was my dream. So what does it all mean? So there's the school theme. There's the superhero theme. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm just doing so much stuff. It's like how can one person do all the things that I'm doing? I don't know. That's the superhero part. But notice what I did. I didn't really do anything really superhero like. I ran. So that's maybe me being overwhelmed, which I am very often. I know people look at me like a superhero, but my dream more shows the reality. Yes, very capable. You see, maybe I'm interpreting my dream. Very capable. I mean, yeah, I do a lot of amazing things, but a lot of it's more so my what do you call it? My how much I'm passionate about things, how driven I am. Not so much that I have special abilities. I mean, yeah, I do have some aptitude for certain things, but a lot of what I'm able to do comes from my passion. About things. I compensate for a lack of natural talent with certain things by just being very driven. So, but people on the outside may look at that more as a superhero, like, oh, it's so amazing, you can do this, you can do that, not realizing they could do the same thing too if they just, were driven as much as I am. And people say, oh, you have the natural drive, but a lot of it is intention, So that's the superhero bit probably, and then the me running away is the me being overwhelmed, me being not so much a superhero, but me just being human, and doing the human thing of trying to escape danger, perhaps. The lunchroom food thing, I don't know. I need to go grocery shopping. Maybe that's part of it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I definitely need to go grocery shopping. So maybe that's my brain saying, "Dude, you need to go get some food, man. You got nothing in there." Yeah. I don't know anything else. A school theme. I don't know. I'm considering right now. I'm probably going to be going back to school, not full time, but I might be taking some online courses. That's how things are with technology. You got to keep with the things, move with times, and try to keep yourself up to date with things. So I don't know. So maybe that's the fragment of that in there. And why are there kids in the school? I don't know. One of my biggest charities is helping out kids. I speak at local high schools, not elementary schools, but so maybe that's what that comes from. I don't know. Bottom line is, it was a dream, and it was really weird, and I think I got a good laugh out of the house being driven. That was really really weird. That was really really weird, to say the least. Anyway, you are watching my comedy channel where I'm going to have a lot of stuff, social experiments, parodies, and pranks, and much more. Thanks for watching.